Hello, Aquarius. Thank you so much for joining me today on Fortune's Wheel Tarot. This is going to be a reading for April 24th through the 30th, 2023, or whenever this message finds you. I offer this for the highest good to benefit the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. Spirit and angel guides, keepers of the divine white light, keepers of the Akashic records, ascended masters. What are the messages for Aquarius at this time, please? Messages for Aquarius at this time, please. Thank you. Your first card out is the number 5, Major Arcana, Hilarion, Ascended Master. The second card is the Queen of Forces. Beautiful card of holding the power of the sun and the moon, creativity and receptivity. Your third card is the Four of Scrolls, climbing out of the karmic trench, and how you have the power to recognize those patterns and make those changes. On the bottom of the deck, the number 7, Fated Meeting. This card is about a very important relationship that is already in your life or could be coming into your life that could potentially be karmic, but one that will be very important to you. And this person could potentially be a very life-changing relationship for you. So I'm going to clarify these Akashic Tarot cards with a few cards from the Everyday Witch Tarot. Thank you, Spirit and Angel Guides, for these messages for Aquarius. What are the clarifying messages at this time, please? Clarifying messages for Aquarius, please. On Hilarion, Temperance. That is absolutely perfect. On the Queen of Forces, the 8 of Swords. And on the Karmic Trench, the Page of Wands. And on the bottom of the deck, the 6 of Pentacles. This is a card of being generous and sharing equally. So that's beautiful to go with the Fated Meeting. Your first card out, Hilarion. This is one of the Ascended Masters. You can see Spirit Family there with him, and also the instruments of scientific study. He is the keeper of all knowledge according to scientific discovery, spiritual discovery, communication. So with Mercury in retrograde right now, it's an interesting time. And Hilarion is coming to you, letting you know that you have all this information available to you right now. And this indicates a time of higher learning and knowledge. So having this clarified with the Temperance card, this is absolutely a card of balance. Excuse me for over my words, but that's why I said these go perfectly well together, because Hilarion is... there's a certain peace that comes with knowledge. Defensiveness comes from ignorance at times, if I may speak so boldly. At any rate, there's a balance right now that you are finding with Temperance and Hilarion that is allowing you to open the doors to this higher knowledge, perhaps in a way that you've been unable to previously, Aquarius. But it's up to you to call on the Ascended Masters in your spirit family to help you with this and to help keep you grounded and steady, and to find that balance in everyday life and in the spiritual realm and whatever it is that drives you from day to day. The next card's out for you, the Queen of Forces, clarified by the Eight of Swords. The Queen of Forces is a card of having the power, as I said, of the moon and the sun, creativity and receptivity, and how you want to use those powers. It is a power of intuition and a great strength, a very strong feminine energy, male or female. And with this being clarified by the Eight of Swords, I feel that some of you may be not blind to this power within you, but perhaps maybe you're turning a blind eye to it. Maybe it's something that is somewhat, it brings fear because it's unknown, is the feeling that I get. And sometimes we have to just let go and allow those spiritual inklings and those intuitive proddings to guide us, Aquarius. So however that resonates for you, I feel that some of you, it's a time for you to take off the blindfold and see where you could potentially have been keeping yourself bound. And that could be by beliefs, old belief systems. It could be by relationships that have run their course, however that resonates with you. The final cards out for you, the Four of Scrolls, the Karmic Trench, and the Page of Wands. And again, I think these two cards just go beautifully together because of the messages and the colors. Whenever these cards match up from different decks, it just makes me so happy. And I feel like the messages are even more defined. They're even more clarified because the Karmic Trench is a card of recognizing karmic patterns in your life of which you are aware, but taking the steps to break the patterns that have come before by stepping out of the karmic trench, by recognizing those patterns and stopping whatever response you would have, whatever reaction you would have, and instead taking a step back, looking at the situation that is triggering you and asking yourself what it is about the situation that is actually triggering for you. If you feel angry for something, stop and give yourself a moment, even if you have to take a day, to stop and really examine a situation and look at it and understand from your deepest knowing what it is about a situation that makes you angry. And generally, in my opinion and in my experience, we will find that it is generally another emotion that we are feeling, but it displays as anger because anger is the easiest reaction. And it's easy to be angry and it's the quickest and easiest reaction. It's easy to blame it on someone else instead of saying, why does this actually upset me? What is it about the situation that I am angry about? What is it that is actually making me angry? And usually, if we look deep enough, Aquarius, it's not in every situation, but in most, I would feel safe to say, it is because we are hurt or we are afraid, fearful of something, offended even, and it is difficult. And I feel it can be the most difficult thing to recognize those karmic patterns. And once you can get on top of that and get in front of that and recognize when something is triggering you, then you can have the power to step in front of it and say, no, I'm not going to react to this. I'm going to respond in a different way now. And that's what this card, the Page of Wands, says to me. This is a card about adventure, a sense of adventure. But with him going in this path, to me, it's about you going down a new path. This is about you taking a new path. Instead of digging that hole deeper and deeper in the karmic trench, you're stepping out of that. You're recognizing those patterns, and you're walking in a new direction. And that is what is of the utmost importance in this life, Aquarius, because otherwise, of course we've got to love ourselves, we've got to love others, but you have to recognize those karmic patterns that you've come into this world to fix, or else you run the risk of coming back into this life again and again, working on those same patterns. And none of us wants to do that, do we? I don't think so. So these are beautiful messages for you overall. This Hilarion card, it's, again, ascension, temperance, finding that balance, beautiful messages, and with the power that you have from the Queen of Forces, use this power for creativity, for receptivity, to receive and create whatever it is that you want to move forward towards, Aquarius. Recognize that you may be having some self-imposed beliefs, attitudes that could be holding you back. And I feel that most of you are. That's the work in recognizing those karmic patterns and triggers and then moving on a new path. So good for you. I'm going to pull a card for you now from the Wild Offering Oracle. Thank you, Spirit and Angel Guides, for these messages for Aquarius. What's the final message? Or excuse me, the message from the Wild Offering Oracle. I'm going to pull you one more to close out this reading. Ambition. May I offer all my deepest longings to love itself and invite a divine plan beyond the mind's imagining. Please use me for the highest good. That's a prayer and a half right there, Aquarius. To be used for the highest good. What a selfless prayer. The final card that I'm going to pull from you is from the Universe Has Your Back deck. And this is another awesome deck. I love the messages from all these decks. I hope that you've enjoyed this reading, Aquarius. If you have, please reach out and hit that like button for me right now. I appreciate each and every like and each and every view and each and every one of you. Thank you. Happiness is my birthright. That is true for each and every one of us, Aquarius. Happiness is your birthright. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading. As I said, if you did, please hit that like and subscribe button for me right now. And I will see you next time. Love and light.